Хулио Иглесиас. Сейчас я чат сделаю, а то он что-то опять тут наводит ужаса. Может, опять задержка трехчасовая? Хай. Ну-ка.
Хай.
О. Хай. Ну что, пошло авторитетное внедрение. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Серия номер 2. Первая не получилась. Говорят, задержка большая. Стример лох. Ну тут не от меня зависит на самом деле.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession.
Блять, чат работает, заебали, блять, что-нибудь хоть бы, блять, мяукнули. Бля. Найн.
Shit!
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Damn! Let's go! Run, you coward!
Блин.
Is it? What's going on out there?
What else do you need? Come on up and sing. Long swords, anything you need.
Garlic, carrot, beetroot,
Здравствуйте, мистер Лыцарь.
Таки здравствуйте. Ну что, задержки нет, надеюсь? Ну, жесткой такой. Мистер Лыцарь. Блять, забыл.
Сейчас поглядим.
Ну вот, вроде, по-моему, не это. Практически.
About time.
А Саня опять за спидраны взялся, ухмыляющаяся рожица, за сколько пройдешь.
О, не знаю.
Kunish didn't want to pay, so I got no money for those things you sold him. But I took them in lieu of the debt.
Took meaning he gave them to you, or took meaning stole?
If he didn't pay, then they're still ours. How can you steal something that's yours?
Fair point. Give it to me then, and here's some money for the rest.
What did you actually do in Kuttenberg?
Oh, all sorts. You had to be able to put your hand to anything if you wanted to make a living. But I was never far from iron.
I'd like to see.
Ты давай как настоящий
I'll
цыган
take you
укради
there one day,
лошадей.
never fear.
Ну, понятное дело.
Beautiful city.
Ты
But
этим
in
и
the end, you'll
займемся.
learn the best places here by the Sasso. We've kind nobles, fertile land, and plenty of everything.
And do you know Sir Radzig well?
We've known each other long enough.
Хай, Володя, поднятая раскрытая рука.
Погоди, а с мечами я хотел. Эй, Вась. Все того, что ты просил.
About time. Have you got
Так.
everything I wanted?
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Здорово.
Get a move on. We have to finish
Здорово.
the sword today.
Все, да, блядь, это вы все. Так.
Как там Тапков, Володя? Я хазы, я пока не заходил. Тебе на флажок. А флажок — это ты ставишь смеющаяся рожица с открытым ртом и закрытыми глазами. Четко я сегодня ухуерился пиванды полой, думал мне пизда, а не шашлык помог.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Пизда на юге, жарища, отвык я от нее, рожица, катающаяся по полу от смеха.
Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right, they're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over.
Я наоборот хочу обратно, блин.
Never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword.
Блин.
Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
Certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Крестен для нового меча. О.
А у вас молоко убежало.
У нас тут, блядь, бесконечный в Питере холод, блядь, и дождь идет, не останавливаясь. Заебало уже, блядь. Ёбаный рот. Я пойду до бати доебусь. А, он что-то, ему еще надо этот порох купить. Фу, блядь, какую-то херь купить.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
А,
Actually, there's one thing
ёманы.
I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Get a move on. We have to finish the sword today.
А, ёлки-палки, надо в него где-то этот... накандыбарить. Для растопки. Сейчас запилим.
Тебе
Одни-
еще 3 чего-то надо.
Ну, крестовину надо, и вот я ее забрал. И надо еще этот купить этой хере.
God save you, Henry.
God almighty. Has something happened to you?
Там было
someone steal
написано
your
1
fancy
из
clothes?
4.
Take care.
Сейчас Алексаша будет посвящаться в орден кожаных мечей и резиновых доспехов. Посвящение будет проходить ударом хуем по лбу, рожица со слезами от радости.
О, погоди. Твоя корзина не пуста. Ты точно хочешь покинуть лавку? Да. Так. А что там 1 из 4?
Задание открой.
Так, вот журнал, что ли? Возьмите урок боя на мечах, купите, блин. Купить мешок угля на рынке. Так.
КСТ задержки почти нет. Тебе 10 угля надо.
Вот, это я уже понял. Так, ну вроде если все правильно, то должно быть все правильно. Блять, купи мешок. Че, пиво на... Блин, подожди, а что, не купил, что ли? Что-то странно. Ну-ка.
Алексаша, вы на арбайтин ходите?
С понедельника. Вот, теперь купил. Теперь надо пивандеполы взять. Блять, не то нажал, случайно выход нажал.
Вас понял.
Ну, там 2 месяца отработать и опять в этот. И опять отпуск. Здесь что ли пиво покупать?
КСТ попозже разливного прикуплю и залезу в бассейн с водой. Еще там, не обязательно, встретиться с друзьями.
Да это я уж понял. Там уже прочитал.
Good health to you, Hen.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
Дубинушка. Кувшин пива для отца.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
Пивчика прикупим, сейчас и пойдем с папой там тусить.
Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too.
Hey,
Oh,
Henry's come to
by
see
the way,
us.
that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya.
Ванек! Ваня! Ванюшкин!
Ясно,
He's a
алкострим,
man who
короче.
makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm
Алкострим.
sure. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Надо сегодня к
Или
дамочке
Александр.
вечером наведаться. Работаю сохраняет моменты важных событий. Так. Если хотите сами сохранить игру, должны... сохранить надо шнапса вмазать. Так. Так, это надо... Куда? К бате бежать? Ну-ка, пойдем до бати сбегаем.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Блин.
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Get a move on. We have to finish the sword today.
Что там еще-то сделать? Ё-мане.
Судя по всему, ты можешь, Ванька, сдать и плюс секс. Ты еще на мечих урок не взял.
Вот, я посмотрел, надо пойти устроить жесткое мочилово. Пойдемте мечами щелкнемся. Рыли.
У сука годнота пошла, секс это ЗБС.
So you haven't changed your mind about learning the craft of warfaring? Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
А еще с друзьями не встретился.
Except mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an
Встретимся, куда он денется.
Главное, чтобы не тебя.
The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever.
А у Мадмига там перегрелся и пиво перепил. Это бывает, типичный россиянин.
Like a man. And as it happens, today's your last
Российский отдых по-русски, да? Много народу там на югах-то.
Yes.
All right, I wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Россиянин.
Да что, мне надо с этим чуваком? А, мне надо, блин, пойти бой взять. Ёманое. Камон. Фехтмейстер Ванек. What the hell, motherfucker? Так, с друзьями встретиться. Я уже с ними встретился. Ладно, пойдем с друзей пока сбегаем. Пока дойдем. Здравствуйте, мистер Фельдшебель. Я забыл, как удобно встречаться. Здесь надо или там?
Тут, кста, надо идти за НПС, и если ты не успеешь, то они могут все без тебя начать.
Блять, что за НПС? Бля, какой дом ты с ним встречался? Ё-мане. Корешей потерял где-то. В доме, блин, у дома, где я что-то забыл. Тут не обязательно, видишь. Так что...
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Very good. Very good. Nice. Very good. All right. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Very good. Good. All right. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Good. Once again. Not bad. Again. Fine. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work.
Мистер Хью Хефнер Шалем.
Таки здравствуйте, это был мистер Пиквик. Так.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right.
Что за игра,
Let's see what
Сашико?
kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
Древнегреческая, старая.
Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it.
Алкофарик.
This will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge and put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
Не барменши ли случайно?
Ты же не запустил стрим.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
Ой, да мне покой, я спал.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
Стримил вас не считай.
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry,
Понимаю.
if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Этот сука на ремонтяжа похож.
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
В зеленой форме ремонтяж блогер.
Father, why did you leave Prague?
Так, сейчас кое-что сделаем. О.
Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund?
Мистер Пиквик озвучку выключил. На игре сосредоточиться.
Of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right? Henry, are you all right?
Блин, а точно гвозди-то здесь? Охрененно. Игра прикольная, буду проходить.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way.
Henry, what are you
Sword is
waiting
truly
for? Bring
beautiful.
those nails. Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this.
За девчулей присмотрели. Ёбаны. Вот дают.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsman.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it.
Батя посмотрел, говорит, не облажайся. Ну чё это, ну... А,
You still
ё-маное.
have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps.
Блин.
But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
Деревянные.
Listen to it over
Деревянные огурцы.
time, but duty calls, and I must.
Вот, а так вот. Новый уровень, микрофон у рожи. Не оглохли, нормально?
Learn from your father.
Всем здравствуйте, меня зовут Пеструлькин. Учитесь, настоящий мастер. И уверен, что мы встретимся.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
Угостите свою даму огуречным рассолом.
Safe journey to Sasa.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik.
Ну, слава богу. Да хранит вас всех Улдридж, Улдрих, превеликий, премогущий.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the
Игру возобновил.
You know the
Чунга-мунга.
trouble with an adventurous life, son. It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world. Meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Чунга... Чунга-мунга. Приедет во второй половине августа, через 3 недели.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Ё-маны, вот это сейчас возня начнется. О! Ё-моё, Бондарчук подъехал, ёпа-мать. Ебать, а что делать-то?
Listen to me, Al. listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Надо Бондарчука завалить. О, сука. Черт, блядь. Пизда ему нахуй.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to town, Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you ČATA beast!
Да, блять!
You'll burn in hell, you animal!
Да надо сесть на лошадь сначала.
God Almighty, no, leave me alone, please.
Блять! Блять!
You pigs, don't touch me, or I'll kill you.
Сейчас всех забаню нахуй, буду один сидеть.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you. Go to hell, you ЧАТА beast!
Так, сначала надо внедриться на лошадь, кольнуть его ножом и бежать, бежать. Ты что, на нее не сел тогда? Да как, блядь, сесть на лошадь, ёб твою мать? Да это мы уже поняли, ёмане. Теперь скачем нахуй отсюда. В смысле? Там крестоносцы подался за игра вообще. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Здоров. Таки здравствуйте, Фил. Да, прикольная игруня. Ебать, в ногу дали. Блин, ну лошадь что-то не прыгает. Что она не бежит-то? Ё-мане. Бля. Блять. Ебать. Скачи в тал, куда, блять, скакать? По-моему, назад, да, я бегу? Ладно, сейчас откиснем, заново сделаем. Все, мы пизды. Блин, сейчас сначала, что ли? Блин, опять даму спасать? Или нет? Или сейчас на коне появимся? Интересно. Видимо, шлак.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Игруха классно. Эй, я разгон потерял. Блять. Да блин, лошадь не бежит, ё-мане. Ебать. О, Господи Иисусе. Да ну, блядь. Надо ж так проскипать. Половцы, блядь, да вам пиздец. Мы половцев, блядь, пережили, а вас и подавно. Shift, да. А, да, 2 раза надо Shift нажать, ничего себе. Спасибо. Ладно, слились, нормально. Ну, повезло, шкуру спасли. Половцы, блядь, напали. Вот черти.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Все бухлишком лечили раз, и все. И порядок.
Tell me, boy, who are you,
And where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
A hundred scallops. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Татар. Фарик, камень в свой огород.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often.
Фарик, ты полоец, что ли?
Is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army.
Ну, не эстонские. Половцы.
Must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
Сходи. Я со спиннингом бы сейчас сходил, но дождь идет.
Henry, son of the Skalitz.
Индржих.
I know him. Did he make
Индржих.
I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Да, жалко, порубали, блин.
You didn't forget to check the supplies like I told you yesterday?
No, I checked it. It seemed
Разрешите с вами потрындеть. Пан Борек.
Something to eat.
Так, я понял, а где его искать-то? Внизу, наверное, где-нибудь. Вон он, походу.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside.
You're that lad from Scouts? What in heaven's name happened there?
Горы метров на 50 в сторону. Так, ничего надо сделать, я что-то завтыкал.
Why don't you go and get yourself some rest?
Блин, а куда он свалил-то? Эй! Ё-мане. А где кухня-то? Господи, я завтыкал. Ну что я за человек такой? Наверху, наверное. Пообедал, короче. Разрешите покушать. Ё-мане. Замки первый этаж. О, хорошо.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
А, вот она, походу. Че, вот меня хотите денег, наверное?
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
8 FPS на заставке.
Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And there's a wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Все брать, все есть. А просто съесть нельзя? Или что за дела? Подожди, я что тут набрал, блин, как бичара. Короче, мыться не пойдем. О!
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Так. Репутация понизилась. Ну ё-мане. Так. Блин, ну я не пережирал, соответственно. Так, а где койко-место-то у нас? Это моя комната, да? В гостинице прилег. Ой, ой. Ой. Простите, я дверью ошибся. Через лестницу в башне. Так. Ёманы, так это... Блядь, надо как-то разобраться с этим вопросом, где это вообще искать. Там в соседней комнате, где тебя выгнали. Так а что они тогда причесывают? Блядь. Ну, спасибо. Да в смысле нет времени? Чё теперь делать-то? Вверху знак. Ну и да, вижу знак. В башню туда, что ли? Блять, пока найдешь, сейчас тут пиздец будет. Ёб твою мать. Тут рогалик. Тут точка. Да я сейчас на полу, блядь, ёбнусь, да и все. Понятно.
Hey, who's there? Mum, clear off before I have them thrown out.
Ух. Иди в сторожку во дворе и поспи там до утра. Ну, сторожка, все как полагается. Сторожка во дворе. Сторожка во дворе. Ух, ёпа мать. А там же цели указатели есть. Так. Чего? Да блин. Так бы и сказали. Кто-то пригорел, короче.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
В меню 8 кадров, вот в заставках, пипец.
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, Mary. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind.
Так, а пауза есть, интересно?
Meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I felt. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through, I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
Seven years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg.
Там напряженный разговор, блин, пока я ходил.
Of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Scouts.
Ай, ёманы.
What the?
Да ёманы. А, стрелочка туда показывает. Ё-моё. Вниз. Да елки-палки, да что за дела-то? Я куда-то заходил по лестнице. Так, куда нам стрелки-то показывают? Ё-моё. Иди на стену по лестнице у ворот. А все, так бы сразу. А, вот я теперь просто не врубаюсь, пока, говорю, игры не проходил столько лет. А сотники это кто? Нифига себе. Сотником Бареком. Так.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmud in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Scouts.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The Scouts Gibbet sent to Scouts to spy on Sigismund. Said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right.
Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent.
Здорово, Родионыч.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm in the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Работаю. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratay now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol.
Так, сейчас пацаны надо макароны помешать. Макароны! Родионыч, если не лень, чекни, какая погода. Ой, Чунгу хрен знает, такой первый раз вижу. Может, какая-нибудь бомбардировка была и тебя просто взорвало? Ветер, дождя нет. Я понял. Так, ребята, я тогда еще вечером запущусь, потому что сейчас пойду тогда на рыбалочку сгоняю. Покидаю. Вот. Что до вечера. Угу, вижу, плюс 16. Ну все, связь.